Good morning. Today is Monday. I didn't sleep very well. I was up a little late last night. I had issues getting to sleep, even though I was in bed at 9 trying to put my son to sleep. Sometimes I drift off at like 9:30, then wake up at 12, go to my own bed. But no, tonight I was still going through things in my head and was on the computer for a bit until midnight. And this morning I woke up at 6 spontaneously, but with a headache. So I had a coffee. I was planning to fast, but I figured if my head's already hurting, then maybe it's not the best day for that, because it tends to give me headaches sometimes when I'm fasting. Anyway, this is the health portion of my vlog, so let me update you on that. I bought a ultra-human continuous blood glucose monitor. I bought it a while ago, but I only got it set up recently, like 2 days ago. So the first 24 hours, supposedly, you don't get the most accurate data. So I'm gonna disregard most of that. But then I think I have it installed properly. It's like on my arm, even though it's a little bit more to the front than perhaps it should go. But anyway, if the results are correct, and supposedly on average there's only about a 7 to 9% deviation. This is the Libra or something, Freestyle Libre 2 or 3 sensor. So supposedly the error margin is quite low, and if these readings are accurate, then perhaps it's something I should look further into, because at night my glucose levels have dropped between, I think the first night at 5 a.m. was like 50, and that is, I got the alert saying you're hypoglycemic, nocturnal hypoglycemia. So that was a bit alarming, but I figured maybe if you sleep on the sensor, apparently the results can get skewed. But now it's been a second night, and we're past 24 hours of the initial data, which isn't the most reliable. And my blood glucose was, if I'm not mistaken, 60. So that's also, it's supposed to be between 70 and 110 pretty much all the time. So yesterday I made the mistake of going to the movies and having the movies were fun, but I had a very sugary popcorn that spiked my blood glucose up to 120. So that is normal, I guess, on the high side. If you eat very sugary foods, then yes, of course you might go out of the normal range for a little bit, and usually mine comes back down fairly quickly. But it seems that at night it's been 2 times now that I've gone way below 70, which triggers that alert. I don't have any of the other symptoms that are associated with hypoglycemia, such as sweating and some other symptoms. I do have, if you watch these videos, my memory hasn't been great for a while. My cognition, it's hard to say if it's very different from before. Maybe I should do a IQ test or some kind of test to try and figure that out. But I don't feel as sharp as I did 10 years ago, even though 10 years ago I would also make I would also forget about things that cost me dearly. Like I once missed a flight from Thailand because I didn't remember the date. Well, I didn't remember the hour correctly, and I didn't bother checking it until the same day. Like I thought I was flying at night, but it was actually 1 a.m. and somehow I only remembered the date, and then on the day that I was supposed to fly, realized I woke up like, oh crap, 1 a.m. is gone already. So it's not like I haven't made like stupid little mistakes like that before. I also once reserved a skiing a cabin to go skiing with my family, and it was like free cancellation. So I probably did that like late one evening and then figured it was like a backup option in case our main one canceled, but then I forgot to cancel it and then you know, paying for a cabin for I think it was 4 or 5 people for like a week because they didn't have, how do you say, you know, it's too late to cancel for free and they charged the full amount. So yeah, anyway, my idea now is to get another sensor perhaps, or do blood glucose tests to try and calibrate the sensor, even though with this one, the Libre, it's supposed to calibrate itself. So supposedly that's not necessary. So perhaps what I might do just to verify the results is get a what's it called, a Dexcom or something, G7. It's another sensor, continuous blood glucose monitoring sensor. And if the results from both of them are the same or very similar, then I should probably investigate a bit further, even though it's odd that I don't have, you know, other than my energy fluctuations and perhaps some memory issues, I don't seem to have a lot of symptoms related to very low blood sugar. I'm also very curious what fasting is going to do to my blood sugar levels. I haven't fasted now in about a month or two, like properly. I do want to get back into my routine of fasting once a week for 24 hours and fasting longer for 36 hours every month. Supposedly those are the ideal levels. And also it's quite difficult when you're living with other people to respect the eating window, because you know, in the morning I'm there anyway, I make breakfast for my son, so it feels a bit odd to only make him breakfast and then just sit there without eating anything. But yeah, I will be trying to reduce my feeding window once again to do like 16 or 18 hours of fasting. Well, 16 is probably more than enough on a daily basis, especially if I add the other longer fasting windows regularly. Anyway, that's it for my health update. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again.